I went with our James for an appointment, special needs, you know, like job club thing. And anyway, the interviewer, she says, well, you care for your James? I said, no, I don't. I says, I'm just his mum. She says, no, she says, you care for your James. And after that, I went over the road and I went to the Peakley Carers. And they made us welcome, made us an appointment for somebody to come out and see us. And that was about 9, 10 years ago. About 9, 10. I forget how many years, but it's not that long. You know, we've had them longer than what I've been a carer.
Well, what it was is to say we realised that we weren't getting any older. We have a daughter, and she's married and lives in the other village. But we were worried in case if anything happened to us, what would happen to our James. He is a healthy lad, he's a big strapping lad, but he does need help. So we struggled, we didn't know where to go. So Claire, we went to Durham County Carers. She had the visit she talked about. Will you tell about your first visit with them, what you did?
Well, I was going to say they just took our names and everything and like a quick background into, you know, who was going to be, you know, who we were looking after and what have you, you know, our circumstances. And within a week, there was somebody there that came here and lovely, very relaxed and, you know, explained what would happen, you know, the steps that had to be, like, you know, we didn't have a health visitor or anything, so put all that in place, health visitor, and helped us sort out, you know, was everything ready for our James, was there anything that he needed, and through all the hoops and scoops that you have to do at the beginning, he got a placement at Seaham for short trust, which helps him because it's gardening and he loves gardening. He does that, and he does voluntary work at the Dean. You know, everything just like slotted into place after, you know, as I say, it was a while, you know, so many months, you know, everything getting in place, reports and things done. But that was it was great. It like opened the doors, you know, to a completely different world for him as well as for us, because we didn't know what we could have, you know, what could be done. And, you know, it took a lot of weight off my shoulders to know that there was some you know, organisation out there that could help us, you know, put us in the right places, meet the right people to help us get there, and that's what they did.
Yeah, and for me it was the form filling, helping fill in the forms. Some of these, they keep saying form, it's not a form, it's a booklet.
Bible.
To try to fill stuff out. Now we tried ourselves a few times and failed to get the right kind of help for our James. But Durham County Carers, they came and they helped us fill out the forms, and we are in a good place now. I feel with them. Yeah. We got a plan in place if anything happens to us. We've got social workers sorted out, and all this is through the Durham County Carers. So
we just didn't have.
And then, like you say, before the lockdown, they say we went to Horden County Carers, the group, every first Friday every month. And we felt so good for that. You went.
And I do Peakley. I used to do. You know, I do Peakley carers for them. But people know where we are. You know, and as I say, anybody asks anything, I always tell them about Durham County Carers because they helped us so much, opening the doors and everything, getting things in place, so that we could move forward with our lives. Our James has got a better, you know, way of his life now compared to what he had before, because he was very like in a little nutshell. But now he's opened out, and it's fantastic to see.
As I say, I've just I've been retired for a couple of years now, and I've just started getting into volunteering, because we get the newsletters and they're brilliant because they're full of information and help, and things what's going on, and keep, you know, we always look to see if there's anything our James would fit into or we could fit into. So recently they asked for some support with IT. I've been using computers for a while, so now I've started to do some volunteering along with Alice and Dixon and Andrea to volunteer and help me time. I've got all the time in the world to help Durham County Carers, because they helped us.
We had cinema tickets. They gave us, you know, they said, well, what would you like? You know, we had an option of things, you know, carer breaks, because as you say, you know, like you do get tired, you do need some time to yourself. And anyway, just going along to the pictures and seeing the movie, you know, it was great. You know, that was something that we never did. You know, we just always just stayed at home, watched the telly, but we went to the pictures. And also been to Sunderland Empire and seen a few, you know, plays and you know, shows. It's been absolutely brilliant, and it's great because you just, you know, a local pick-up point, you know, pick you up, take you there, and then after, you know, you've watched it and everything, then bring you back home. And it's lovely because you've had like about 3-4 hours, you know, of like me time, not, you know, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Your time to like charge your batteries up so you can carry on doing what you're doing.
It's the fact that you can pick the phone up and talk to somebody and they know your case, and it's helpful, and they're always there.